Hi, everybody. DJ Yoakley with you for our first edition of Coach's Corner, and we've got one hell of a coach on the other side of the screen. It's the head ball coach, the manager of the 18U Astro Falcons, Mr. Don Pletcher. The sheriff is in town. Coach, how are you?
Hey, I'm doing great, Steve. DJ, how you doing, man?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. Baseball is back here in about a week. We're excited for it here on YSN. I'm sure you're very excited with the roster you've come up with. Let's talk about first, you guys being the Astro Falcons at Bob Cene Park, opening things up and having that first pitch opportunity. What does it mean to you as a manager and to as an organization for the Astro Falcons?
You know, being an Astro Falcon means a lot to me, just because, first of all, Bob Cene Park, that is the Astro Falcons. Being able to represent him and to represent the 18U team is special, and I try to give my kids the history and what it means. And if an Astro Falcon, we want to carry ourselves a little bit different, not better, not worse, just we want to carry ourselves like a professional ball player.
So this first pitch, there's going to be a lot of emotions all over the Mahoning Valley, all over really the country as baseball returns and is leading the way here. All eyes are going to be on Cene Park. All eyes essentially going to be on you, Coach. So when you look at it, what does it mean to you?
It's exciting. I'm probably more excited, for this as the events that led into it, and finally being able to get out, but being able to be out there. Have that first pitch and first game is super exciting. I mean, there's going to be a lot of things different. We're going to have to, do the distancing in the dugout, which isn't a problem. No one likes being around me anyhow. So I'm kind of used to that. But, little different things, maybe bring half the team because we have such a big roster this year. But just the excitement level is so much bigger this year. We had practice tonight, which, we've never had practice. Yeah. And I sent my text out and I got like 25 responses back in like a minute. We're going to have practice tonight, Saturday and Sunday, in anticipation of a tournament next week. So, I mean, we're beyond excitement.
So the most anticipated question that I've had when I said I was going to do this Coach's Corner today, what's in the cupboard? What familiar faces are coming back to be in the blue and orange?
Oh, we're excited. We have some good guys coming back. This virus, it halted some summer leagues, but for colleges. But my God, I got Don Palali coming back. That he was fifth in the NCAA in hitting for NC Charlotte. I got Andrew Russell from Ohio U. Coming back now. I got Nick Constantino going to Penn State. He was down in Alabama to prep school. I mean, he was sitting 94, 95 last month, and then I had some pickups, each week goes by. I picked up Andrew Cleveland. He's the number 2 pitcher in Ohio, going to Ohio State. This year is so much different than any other year. I have a lot of guys, I have 6 Division I, outfielders. It's funny on paper, with Rick Havarilla going to be at third base, another college kid. I mean, we can put together a nice lineup. I mean, we're going to be very competitive, along with some other teams, but we're looking to have some fun.
Now, you do a great job on your own, but you are the first to always admit and point to your assistant coaches as really the spearhead of the Astro Falcons. Talk about those assistants and what they mean to your program.
Oh, I can't thank them and give them enough credit. I mean, starting from the top, Emil Berling, him and I go way back, and our beliefs are the same. The kids play the game. It's our job just to guide them, and Emil takes that to another level in the hitting, just teaching them approach, how to be patient. And we're trying to help them what they're going to see later on in life. I mean, all our kids have been successful, obviously. It's our job to try to foster them to the next level. And then Billy Mack, from Mack's Baseball Academy pitching, same thing. These kids are Division I. They've had instructors, so he's not going to change them overnight. But the little things he does with them on approach, on recognizing where the batter is, how to set things up, is just phenomenal. And then every year we add a couple. Steve left us. He's always with us, but to head up our 16U team, which is great for us. But then we brought in Rick Cavarillo, going to coach third, help with some hitting and some infield, outfield. Rick was a great college player, a great athlete, and same thing, coaches high school at Canfield. So great addition. And then we got Jason Morelli from another organization. We needed to get some younger guys. He's going to do the infield, outfield, coach first. And, we want to set this thing up because, Emil and I, we probably have like another 20 years left. So, we want to get this thing, heading so we have a plan to keep this organization strong forever.
Pletch, when you look in the dictionary and you look up a player's coach or a player's manager, it's your face that is firmly posted right next to it. I mean, you've made some great relationships with these young men, and you try to mold them into better men than when they first met you. For you, what is it like? What are you looking for in a type of player that brings what to the table, and what do you look for after they leave?
The one thing coming in is I look for somebody that wants to be part of a team. I mean, you have to have that ego, for a pitcher or batter to do best you can. But I want someone that wants to be part of us. We do a group chat all winter long through this virus. I mean, I have all 30 kids participate. We come from so many different corners of PA and Ohio, but by now they happen to all know each other, having fun with it. I mean, it was Rick Cavarillo's birthday the other night, and we did a group FaceTime happy birthday song to him. I mean, we want to be kids, have fun, but then when they go to college, the nicest thing is when they look back and give us a call. I mean, we had Johnny Matthews got drafted by Texas. The minor leagues aren't reporting, so he reached out to Mac to come throw. Mike Turner from Kent State. It's so good when these guys reach back to us. And now, geez, we have like 80 kids in college. We have 10 kids getting paid to play. So, I mean, just to have them, reach back and still want to talk to us is the reward.
So this year is going to be way different than years prior. What for you are you looking at dead in the face and saying, this is going to be different for us? This is either going to be an obstacle, a challenge, whatever you want to call it, but we're going to have to face this head on.
We're not going to look at anything like an obstacle. We know it's going to be different. With the league going, 18 games, so obviously a shorter schedule. So we're going to do tournaments. We've never done that. So, we have 2 tournaments lined up in the next 2 weeks to get an extra 14 games in. But we're not going to bring everybody. I've already talked to the kids that said, listen, until we get to playoffs, we're going to have a couple lineups. I'll bring maybe the starting lineups and 3 or 4 subs. Pitching wise, I told them you're only allowed 3 innings to start out. We have that safe pitch rule. That's, I think, 90 pitches. Astros, the 18U, we cut that in half for the first couple of weeks.
Good.
Like the tournament, I have 3 pitchers for each game. And I told them that's just the way it is. Although our kids have been doing bullpens, we're still going to do a 40 to 45 pitch max. Bring them along slow. And I think we have 13, 14 pitchers. We're going to use them all year long like that.
That's fantastic. And we changed gears to the excitement level. These kids, no matter where they're from, have been completely snubbed of a spring season. So when you look at it, Pletch, what's the excitement level? What's the temperature of your team and what they're looking to do as we really march towards that opening pitch here next Sunday?
Well, the excitement level is off the charts, DJ. We had when we heard this was opening up, I keep referring to this group chat we do, or the group text. There was a tournament in Columbus that invited us, and I usually send out a text and I'll get responses back, instantly to usually 2-3 hours to all 30 respond.
Yeah.
Well, I said the thing about the tournament, I had 28 responses back in less than 2 minutes. Everyone was yes. And then I said, listen, I appreciate that. Now I want you to talk to your parents and respond to what your parents say. And I had 28 yeses in the next 2 minutes. So, I mean, these kids here, I mean, we're doing some hitting at the indoor tonight, and I have kids driving 2 hours. I have a kid driving from Warren, PA tonight just to come down and hit. I mean, I think this year the excitement is, we've had 2.5 months of hell these kids have been going through. I tell, my kids and my kids at home and my players that, you're going through an event, you're going to be telling your kids, this is something that is just going to be with you forever. And to come out of it and come out of it safe is just, the light at the end of the tunnel is just bright as heck for us.
So there's a question that I have for you that it really piques my interest and should pique a lot of people's interest. With a shortened season, that should up the competitive balance in the Class B League. And we'll talk about the 10th team being added next. But, I mean, what's your thoughts on – because sometimes in the league you see it, you've been part of it, where it's Team A and 6 feet of dirt and everybody else. Do you think that this will be a kind of a level out the competitive balance in the Class B League?
Oh, I think so. I think, I know I've talked to a couple other managers. I know, like myself and Creekside, Dave Stauffer, he put together a heck of a team with a bunch of D1 guys. I know Door Edge has a great team. I know Juice will always put his roster, and with the 2-hour time limit, I mean, I'm sure with Juice that'll come out to about a 3-inning game. So, so he'll be able to play things a little different than everybody else there.
No, that's fantastic. And we talked the 10th team. I mean, that's something that the Class B League we didn't have last year. Ballistic joining the ranks here in the Class B League. What does that mean for you? I mean, it's got to be a proud moment whenever you can fill up the entirety of a league. Playing with 9 just isn't the same. It's nice that you can still play, but playing with 10 just kind of exhale, right?
It is. It's like, when Big B plays, we're all playing. It's not like last year we had one team off here, one team. It's just nice to have. Our league was meant to have 10 teams. It's good to be back at that 10 teams.
So you start Sunday against I just lost the post, so I apologize. You start Sunday. What are your expectations? Is there going to be rust? Is there going to be stuff where you have to kind of, as a manager, sit back and be like, okay, these guys haven't played for a year. You got to give them a little bit of leeway.
Yeah, I think so. I think the hitting's going to, take a while to catch up. I mean, because all my kids have been throwing. I mean, they've been doing bullpens throughout this. So I think the hitting's going to take some time. But hopefully, come by the 14th, we'll have about 16 games in. So, hopefully get that rust knocked off by the 14th.
Seed 1, 5 o'clock, Astro Falcons, Whiting Roll-Offs. Don Pletcher will be there. YSN will be there. Coach, thanks so much for the time. We look forward to chatting with you next week.
Hey, Deej. Hey, thanks for everything you do, man. Appreciate it.
You got it, brother. We'll talk to you soon.
Take care, buddy. Bye.